Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with people. Okay. Hello over here, two people over here. I know Goodery Goddess was asking earlier if it was okay to come, and it is. Jesus, this one's a little wobbly. But I have everything here for a Despacho ceremony. I have a big piece of paper, and then I have these little pieces of paper, and I'm thinking about using the little pieces of paper because, well, I don't know, I might use the big one. I haven't really decided yet, but I have, it's just because when you do a small one, it's really hard. It's hard to, you know what I mean? What it says, share your live with friends. Okay, share. Facebook group. So if I use one of these big ones, I'm going to cut it in half because it will be way too big with the big one. And having like a square piece of paper is good because when you fold it, you're going to have 9 squares. So I have a bunch of scissors, thankfully. I've been like collecting them because whenever I need them, I don't have them. So hello everybody, this is the first time I've ever done a live on TikTok. I'm doing a Despacho ceremony, and I'm inviting everybody to, you know, learn about it so they can do it themselves, but also add their intentions to it to help manifest, you know, Anyi with the universe, which means right relationship. So to balance, you know, like all of the stuff that the world provides to us and the universe provides to us and spirit provides to us, it's like, oh, thank you for that, and please keep providing us. So it's just a way to give gratitude and thanks to our ancestors, to spirit, and to create that balance. And when I don't create that balance in my life, I get sick, or I have more problems in my world. I can't manifest as well. People seem to become more, you know, just lots of shit that you don't really want to deal with. Oh, thank you, Rick. Sorry that you can't join us, but I will be sure to add your energy in here, your intentions in here, and donations are appreciated, but they're not necessary for everybody who's watching. I'm just doing this, like I said, to keep that balance of the universe. So this is how we do it. We fold 3, and then fold 3, and we get 9, and then we're going to make it pretty. We're going to make it very pretty. I have lots of stuff. You can use whatever you want to use, but you basically are going to have flowers, sweets, crackers, cookies, things like that that are biodegradable that you can put into the water, or you could put into a fire, or you can bury in the earth, and it's not going to be like, oh, what did you do that for? Like, it's not going to hurt the earth. So I have some flowers here that I've like collected, and then I have some flowers over here that were from my womb rite that I just did recently, so it's got a lot of energy within that as well. But what we do is we blow into the flower our intentions for what we're trying to give gratitude for, what we're trying to let go of and release, especially with this 9-9 portal. 9 is ending, completion, wholeness, oneness. It's letting go of the outdated so that the new can begin. So I'm going to hold up the flowers to allow people to blow their intention into them when I add them to the Despacho. And it's basically making it a pretty little offering to the universe. I have some brown sugar, cinnamon, and coffee mixed here as well, which I saw earlier. This is very good for manifesting abundance. Then I have some just pure sugar that I grabbed, which we're going to make a circle in the center of those 9 squares. And that's going to, you know, bring in the sweetness and give, you know, the sweetness of life, the sweetness of love. And I also have this. This is a shell, obviously, but this is representative of the womb for the center of the Despacho. It's very big, but I'm planning on putting this one in the water. I put the last one in the water that I did. I used to always put them in fire because fire is the fastest transformational thing, but water has been coming up a lot for me. And like I did the egg thing the other day, and I put that in my big wishing well, which is like a little pond out there. But I'm going to take this to where there's like running water and put it in the running water and let it go to spirit. But this is going to be the center. It represents the womb, the divine feminine, creation, all of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to do Palo Santo, the first thing I'm going to do, just to create sacred space. And hello everybody, this is the first time I've done a live on TikTok, so not really familiar with it. But I am just kind of doing this for everybody out here, wherever you are. What the hell are you? That was weird. How is everybody? What does this say over here? There's like all these things going on over here. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. What? Eat a rose. I've seen people on TikTok go live and like they just sit there pretending to be like a robot or something, and they're like, oh, thank you, a rose. Oh, thank you, candy. Oh, thank you. Like, I don't know. And then I saw one yesterday with a teacher, and she was like, no, none of this, none of that. And so everything that they were sending her for gifts, she was like, no, 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 no playing with music. Turn the music off. No this, no that. Like anything they sent. And they just repeat the same thing over and over, like they're pretending to be like an AI bot. And I was like, okay, hello, hello. So we're opening sacred space. We're clearing the tools. We're clearing this here. I have, this is like my little, like my drawing thing that I can keep on my lap when I do stuff like this. So I think I can make you guys be able to see this. Yes, there we go. I had to set it up so that I would be able to give you guys a decent view of what I'm doing. So let me move you back a little bit. And here we go. So I've got you on this side over here, and then over here we got the Divine Essentials YouTube channel with people watching. This is my like weird thing that I just bought that like changes and shifts. So and this thing's got everything up in the way. There we go. All right. So you guys can see and you guys can see. Thank you very much for being here with me. We've got the Palo Santo. We're cleansing, we're clearing, we're releasing, we're healing. We're calling in the Great Spirit. I have crackers and cookies. I have sugar and coffee. I have feathers and tons of things, which is, again, just representatives of other things. You should get stuff that's like your favorite stuff. Like, oh, I love chocolate. So I bet you Pachamama, which is the spirit of the earth, would love chocolate. Or we give alcohol. Like I brought my Seagram 7 for tonight. I've had this for a long time. I've never drank any of it, but I was like, we'll use that because I've seen a lot of 7s recently. And then like croutons, these can be representative of the sustenance of life and like the earth, the dirt, the ground that we walk on. In here I have cinnamon raisin bread, so the raisins are also good. I can't remember exactly what they said raisins were good for, but I remember that raisins were good. Oatmeal is another thing. Chocolate, like instant chocolate, then chocolate cookies. Basically, we're making like an offering, and it's going to be pretty. I also do salt to protect and to cleanse and to shift the energies. I use bay leaves. Like if you were in Peru doing this, you would want to like, they have like cocoa leaves, but bay leaves are okay to use as well. And it's like, they call it like a quinto, which is another thing that we, our prayers into the quinto leaves. I'm tapping likes in case that gets the attention of more of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And these are kiwis that I've had that I was like getting pushed. Yes, 7s, you too. Hello, hello. Yeah, 7s have been coming up a lot. And I keep getting put, and these 3 of these. So I've got 3 of these. I'm not going to use the fullness of them, but I am going to make that offering of them to the Fae specifically, but I'm going to use one here. I should have brought up a knife, but I was going to make it like pretty because of the green and the red and the blue and all of that stuff that I've got going on here. That's the whole idea, is to make it pretty. I have a couple of marshmallows. You could use cotton to represent like the clouds and our dreams and blowing things away from us. And yeah, so let me do the plain sugar. I just went down and grabbed some plain sugar from downstairs so that I could make a circle in the center. And you don't have to be perfect. I'm a little weird about stuff. I'm like, oh, it's not perfect, but I've gotten better at that since I've been doing this stuff, because you kind of have to be. So we've got our circle there, right in the center of all of those squares. So you just fold your paper 9 times, or 3 and 3 for the 9. Like I said, I went to the beach this week, and I found this at the beach. And the last time I used one of these, actually, I've done it more than that since then, but I had one of these a few years ago, and I was like, let me put it in as the womb for the Divine Feminine, not knowing that they actually do that. It was just that the person I originally learned from never told me about it, but I got confirmation later on when someone else was like, oh yeah, you should add that. I'm like, oh, cool. So earlier today, I saw a thing about mixing these 3 ingredients, which is coffee, cinnamon, and sugar, and like burning it to bring in abundance. And so I was going to do that, like right here. I don't know if it will actually like burn, but we'll see. So using the elements when we do this stuff too is helpful, like bringing in, the water, bringing in the air of our breath, bringing in the earth through the representations that we have. And this isn't really catching on fire, but that's all right. It's still there, and it's still representative of abundance, and it's right in the center of our womb for the Divine Feminine to give birth to life, to give birth to sweetness in life, to give birth to energy in life, to give birth to creativity in life, to give birth to all of those beautiful things. So Palo Santo is a sacred holy wood that also cleanses and purifies the energy in the air, and it does act as like an microbial, and it's very cleansing. It's not just spiritual level, it's actually physical level too. What's this? Something went wrong. Try again. Okay. I don't know if that's still, yeah, I think it's still going. So how's everybody doing today with the 9-9 energies, the 9-9 portal frequencies? I've been crying a lot for the past 2 days. Just like really seeing so many things. It's like, hey, stop showing me that. But I know they're showing me this stuff so that because it's like, now I'm like, I got to do something about it to make it better, to change it. But I can't do it alone. So doing things like this, believe it or not, does help. But also bringing awareness to things and not turning away from the things that are going on in this world are also things that I think we need to focus on. So, while we add this and think about the sustenance, the sweetness. Oh yeah, the raisins help us connect with our ancestors, those who've come before us, and those who will come after us, our children's children. We want them to have sustenance and care and love and peace, and come into a world where they will be accepted, and they will be understood and appreciated through themselves and through others. But usually it's through ourselves that leads us to the understanding through others. If we don't understand ourselves, if we don't love ourselves, if we don't keep the boundaries up with ourselves and respect ourselves, it's hard for others to do that too. So I've got some graham crackers here too that I grabbed. It's been heavy and beautiful at the same time. So grateful that you're doing this with us. You're welcome. It has been. I cried happy tears and sad tears. I cried angry tears. I cried all kinds of tears. So it's been a lot. Hello, how are you? So again, for anybody just popping in, this is a Despacho ceremony, and this is to bring peace and harmony and blessings to our lives and to the earth, and to create Anyi with the universe, like right relationships. So I'm giving gratitude, and I'm creating representations of those things. So this is like the sustenance, being connected to the earth, giving great gratitude to everybody and everything that comes into our life, good or bad, because it makes us who we are, stronger and wiser. And when we put in like the different things, they represent different stuff. So these guys here, I'm going to say like the building blocks of life, the building blocks of ourselves getting grounded and stable and secure, and then giving gratitude to the universe for everything that it provides for us to do that. giving gratitude to our ancestors who made it possible for us to live, giving gratitude to the elements, the water that washes things away, that helps us with our emotions, with the fire that transmutes the negative in our lives, and it helps us fire us up, helps us to transmute whatever's happening in our world. The chocolate will bring us sweetness, and it will bring us joy and like higher sweet vibrations, the love, the peace, the harmony, the good things that taste nice and feel nice and bring us celebrations. You also might want to add like your favorite things too. Like, these are my favorite types of cookies. So I offer this up to Spirit because you don't want to give them the shit you don't like. Like, oh yeah, we don't want any of that. Yeah, give that to them. Who cares? No, we want to give them the good stuff. We want to say thank you and really mean it. Put some meaning behind it. Like, if it's just, it doesn't have to be brand new stuff that you bought at the store. It doesn't have to be brand new flowers that you went out and got. Like, I'm recycling, repurposing, and utilizing things that I already had, but I also enjoy. Cinnamon, we love because it's abundant. It's a very abundant energy. Salt, we're going to use for the protection energy. That was funny. I don't know. So thank you guys very much. This is the first time I've been on TikTok live. I'm planning on doing some more to do like live readings and stuff. And figure out the whole thing over there, because I know there's a lot going on there with like things that you can do. But for tonight, I just wanted to share this with everybody. See how I could go live. This is one of, I don't know why it's getting... So this is a candle that I made. This is a twin flame candle. I'm like, let me double check. Sometimes I don't know. So this is rose and lavender. So this brings in love, and it helps us to release the resistance to it. Helps us to relax our anxieties that might keep love from us. And it wraps us and engulfs us in love with the rose. So I'm using that. And then I made this in the full blue moon, which is blue moon rose water. Brings in beauty, makes you radiate beauty, and again, love. And it attracts all of that in. So I'm going to bring that in all around. It has rose essential oil, roses that I steeped, rose gold mica powder, a little bit of witch's hazel and water that sat under the full blue moon, and was guided by Spirit on the live that I did for the full blue moon. So these are on Etsy now. Today's the last day of the sale that I have on Etsy, which is linked in the bio on all of the places. It's not linked over there in the bio, but it's in all the newer videos. So for this is a chocolate stuffed marshmallow. If you've never had one, you should. I do recommend that you put it into a fire, though, like on a stick, and wait till it gets so goopy that it's ready to fall off of it, because then that's when the chocolate inside of them has melted, and they are the best. But we're going to use this for the sweetness and for the clouds, for imagination, for the dream state and all of that. And I'm just going to kind of like squish it up and spread it about, but you can see they got chocolate. Very good, very good. I stood in the fire one night to make them. I was like, they're so good, I can't help it. So, what else do we have here? So, these are from my dream catching making days. I have all these different feathers, so I want to put in different feathers to help us to like release and to blow away for protection and guidance from the angels and from our guides. And again, anything that you think of, like when I'm adding stuff to this, like if in your mind you're like, oh, that reminds me of something, or that should be connected to, let that be in your mind and let that be in the energy. Don't just listen to me, because shamanic creation is creative. A lot of the shamans are creating art in some way, whether they're dancing or singing or playing music or creating a beautiful offering to the Great Spirit, or if they're literally drawing or making painting on the ground with the different things from outside, like sticks and stuff, rocks and leaves and feathers. There's no there's no set rule book, you know. So allow yourself to, you know, use your imagination, your creativity. And I do recommend doing these at home as well, because they will help you to create your Anyi in your world. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have, if you don't have a shell, it's fine. If you don't have something I'm using, that's fine. If you have something close to it that you want to replace it with, that's okay. This one's really pretty. It's got blue on the end. It's like, boop, boop. It's blue. This lighting over here is a little bit different than over there for some reason. And then this one's very pretty. This reminds me of the hawk. So, like, seeing from new perspective. And I've seen the hawk quite a few times this week. One day it was sitting out there in the tree. Then the day that I went to the beach, when she was backing up out of the driveway to go, I looked and he was right in the yard, and he went up into the tree and he was like, hello. So the hawk is a messenger for the heart, and reminds us to open up our heart and to see with the eyes of our heart and our soul. And then like feathers like this that have a lot of like this downy stuff here, those are very protective. So if you ever see those just like that, they may not look as pretty as like a full feather. They're very protective. So it means you're being protected by spirit. So never just dismiss those as like, those are protection feathers. And every feather has a frequency and an energy, and every color has a frequency and energy. So you can, you know, like the yellow and the blue, it's like the solar plexus confidence, the blue is the throat and the communication. So all of those frequencies are being added here. So seeing through our eyes and our heart, being intentional with our confidence, our power, our strength, speaking our truth, seeing a clear vision. Interference. Oh, hope I'm not. No, no, not too late. You can come in at any time, and you know that's totally fine. You can watch the playback too. Oh, these ones have like iridescent colors. I don't know if they're gonna. They're showing up a little bit on that one. These ones have like these iridescent colors. I don't know why. You guys are in the wrong light. Uh-oh. I did something. Turned it on. There's like a, see, it caught it for a second. It's like purple. These iridescent colors. And I'm on my Divine Essentials YouTube channel too right now with the both of you. So again, we're just making it pretty with intention. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I am going to let you guys add your specific intentions when I get to the flowers, which I have a lot of for you. So let me make sure. Who's in here? Already done that. Did that. Did this and this. Did that. The only thing I didn't do is this. I don't know if I have anything to do with it. So I'm going to put a red one in there too. That can ground us and stabilize us and bring us, you know, like a stable foundation for our manifestations. And then I'm going to take a kiwi, because again, kiwi is sweet and it's got like water within it. You know, it's like let's bring in the nourishing sweetness of life. Let's bring in the green for the heart. The outside here, I feel like is connected to like that earth that protects us. But we're going to open her up, and we're going to bring her beautiful color into our despacho, because it is kind of about making it pretty. A knife would have probably made it a lot more prettier, but it's okay. Like I said, we don't need to be perfect. But I'm going to actually cut it up smaller, because I'm always like, I don't know, maybe I'll use a smaller piece of paper because I don't have that much with me, but I always end up way overfilling it. So I do recommend using a good sized piece of paper. So I'm going to put them in like the corners here to bring that sweetness of the four directions and the sweetness to the four pillars of our life, to the foundation of our life, to the south, to the west, to the north, to the east, to the archetypes that those connect with. So the serpent connects to the root in the south, helps us to wash away the past and to shed our skin like the serpent sheds her skin. The next one is the jaguar for the sacral, and that helps us with our relationships, and she protects our medicine space, and she slices through the debris of anything that's not serving us. Hummingbird is for the solar plexus that helps us rise out of the negativity in our lives and to see that we have that ability to make it through the seemingly impossible journey, because they are not built for flight, but they go the seemingly impossible, things. They make these long, crazy journeys, and they are always stopping to drink the sweet nectar along the way. And then Eagle Condor is like the place of our becoming, a visionary, seeing through the eyes of the heart, rising above the storms of life. Like the eagles don't go into the storm. They don't hide from the storm. They just go above the clouds, and they see everything from the tiniest piece of that things to the greatest piece of things, and how it's all interconnected. So those 4 archetypes we work with within the 4 directions. And then the center is like, the womb or the portal. This kind of represents that. This is the center of the portal with the 4 directions, the 4 archetypes, things like that. This is called a Shikana. And then, so now we're going to do some bay leaves, which bay leaves are good. There's so many places out there too that have like, full description of like the list of things like you could use, like gummy bears or this or that or whatever you want for your despacho. But there are places out there that have written, out like the whole optional list of like what this means. Like gummy bears or animal crackers can bring in the spirit of the elephant or the whatever animal cracker you got. But you don't need that either. You could just be like, I'm going to bring in the spirit of the elephant through the blowing into this. But it's up to you. Again, creative. I'd like to keep like a little bit of a like a sequence going in, or like a pattern that I'm doing. Try to keep it like, nice. So, oh, that one broke. So with these guys, these are like the quintus, okay? These are like the, can't think of the coca leaves if we were in Peru, but here we are. We're going to use the bay leaf. So I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to hold up one for both of you, okay? And I want you to just like, when I hold them up, blow into them something that you would like to release. Not something that you're grateful for. And, it can be about releasing, because this is the 999 portal. So we're like coming to the ending of things. We're clearing out the old to make room for the new. And we're giving gratitude to the Great Spirit for that ability to do that and to help us to manifest the sweetness into our future, into our foundation that we're creating at this time as we end these old cycles. So whatever feels appropriate for you to blow into them is totally up to you. It doesn't have to be, like, don't overthink it. But you can, how's that? Oh, it's one of the kiwi seeds. It's hard to hold it up for both. Okay. So just let yourself intend and blow into the phone anything that feels appropriate for you. Giving gratitude to the Great Spirit, to the Creator. Giving gratitude to Pachamama, the Spirit of the Earth. To the archetypes that are working with us tonight. To release the energies and the frequencies that no longer serve us on our path. Okay, and that's an awesome, great sign. May I suggest you light more pulse? Sure, got some more right here. What does that sign of a feather usually mean? I've been seeing dragonflies and wasps, and a bee greeted me when I was coming home, and it almost stung me. The day that I went to the beach, a bee like landed on my face and was like, I'm like, what are you doing here? Why are you at the beach? I've been seeing a lot of bees like landing on me, touching me, like close by bees. And then the dragonflies, I've actually had one yesterday, like right there with me. The dragonflies are about freedom. The bees are about community and abundance and being the queen bee. The feathers all have different things. Like it could be color, it could be shape, length, it could be, and everybody's got their way of identifying them. But I'll share a thing on my stories on Instagram later that I have that breaks down all the colors of them. But like I said, the little fuzzy ones that don't go into like the long thing, those are protection. The longer leg ones are more so for like direction. But again, it's up to you too. Like, what does it mean to you? What does it feel like to you? Don't let anybody else define that for you. All right, so let me do 2 more of these to do the thingy. Keep it nice. So again, if you have anything that you feel grateful for, or anything that you are ready to let go of, or anything that you know you are ready to release, to bring in something better in its place, or to make space in your life for the new to grow and create. Maybe we've been comparing ourselves, or maybe we've been feeling less than, maybe we've been feeling defeated, maybe we've been feeling sad, or maybe we've been feeling angry, or resentful, or stressed out, or anxious, unsure, or uncertain, anything like this. We can blow that away and give gratitude and thanks to the Great Spirit, to the archetypes, the ancestors, to the star brothers and sisters, to everybody around us in our lives that is helping us to become the creator of our life, to manifest harmony and balance through gratitude and respect, through kindness and balance, through giving back. You can blow into them as I put them in, creating Anyi with the universe, and letting the old fade away so the new can begin. So now I have the flowers to make it look even more pretty. We'll start with one of these. I use these at the womb, right? So they have the yellow for like the confidence, and then we got like the purple for the third eye and the crown energy here. So being more confident in our vision, being more confident in our intuition, being more confident in our joy and our ability to perceive and understand with empathy and intuition. So yes, anything that you would like connected to all of that. If you want to open up your third eye to feel more confident about it, if you want to feel more with your heart and your soul, if you want to gain more strength, more power and respect, you would like to release anything that is blocking that. We allow for the sunlight and the joy, for the divine masculine vibration to give the strength to our lives for our new creation. And we blow into these flowers our prayers of gratitude to create the right relation wherever we go. Blow. And again, placing them somewhere where they look a little nice. For this one, I'm going to create it with both of you looking at it. And again, anything that you may feel that is holding you back or isn't allowing for you to get going in the direction that you would like to be on, whether it's internal or external doubts of the mind, if it's your fears, your setbacks, your family or friends, now is the time to start over again. With clear direction and intention, blow into the flower your gratitude and thanks to head in this new hour. So now we have some white, which connects to the crown. It is pure, it is divine, it helps us to know. So again, I have 2, one for each of you. And you can blow in anything that you feel aligned to give gratitude and thanks for at this time. If there's something that you feel that you just don't know, if there's something that you would like to grow, if there's something that has been holding you back, allow it to release and take it back. Take back your power, take back your knowing, take back your divinity, and get it going. Allow, allow, allow. And gratitude to the Great Spirit, to the universe, to all that there is, the infinite potential that exists in us. We give gratitude and thanks, and we blow into these flowers our love, our respect, our prayer for our power. So I have some roses that were part of that bouquet there, which actually I'm going to do those at the end. Yeah, do this at the end. These ones are the ones that were still like really looking good. So I wanted to put them on the top because they're nice. We've got a nice little yellow one here that's very cute and pretty. And I only have one, so I'm going to have you guys share again. What if this reminds you of joy, of spring, of peace, of light, whatever it reminds you of, you can allow that frequency and energy to guide your thoughts, your prayers, your intentions. Whatever feels appropriate in this moment. We're going to blow into this flower. And it reminds me of joy, and it reminds me of our power, of our confidence and our strength, of the ability to manifest in the light of day. And it can illuminate the dark and help us see who we are. It can blow into the flower. And cough at the same time. Sometimes we cough, sometimes we sneeze, sometimes we laugh uncontrollably. Sometimes we will get all, like, sometimes people fart. Sometimes, like when we're doing energy healing, I've had people react in all different ways. All right. Sometimes my eyes will cry, like, the whole time. It's kind of hard because I'm like, I can't see and my eyes are just watering. But the mentor I had said that they were healing tears because you're releasing for yourself and others. So it's not a bad thing. It just kind of can be like, okay, so this one, again, is the purity, and it's making me think of the inner child. So if anything happened in your childhood, or if you felt disconnected from the inner child, the creativity, the joy that comes from being young and alive, and the, things that we see in our lives, the beauty, the romance of everything that's new, feeling excited, inquisitive, questions come about, wanting to explore, everything's brighter, everything's nice in our lives, easily creating with our mind. And if you had a childhood that was difficult or hard, maybe you didn't feel it was all that pure or high vibe, you can send into this flower now the intention to purify and to rekindle that child inside so that you can have fun and you can have joy, so you can bring into life all that you would like. Blow. And release the pain of the past, the traumas, the darkness, any of that. And allow yourself to shine. To feel nice and aligned. And we're getting pretty big here. So I've got some of these green ones that connect to the heart. They connect to the heart chakra. And I'm going to sprinkle these in there because it kind of tore them off. There we go. All right. So these little green guys are for the heart chakra. Has anybody broke your heart? Has anybody, made you feel a little sad? Has anybody had it be, a little bit that wasn't so easy to deal with? Past relationships or past doubts and fears? Any past traumas? We can send that into the despacho to say goodbye to it, to allow for that pain or that block or that resentment, whatever it is that's connected to it, whatever feels right. We can forgive, forget, release, and align to bring in new beginnings for love in our lives, so we can feel safe to open our hearts, to trust and know that we can and are deserving of that, of true love, of compassion, of forgiveness and respect, of a love of a lifetime that will help us to forget the pains of the past where things didn't go like that. Blow into the flowers and let go of all of that. Giving gratitude and thanks to the universe and the Great Spirit for allowing us to have this moment to clear it. And again, we will do 2 more for the heart. Anything that you feel grateful about, any person in your life that has brought you the feelings of love, for the Great Spirit, to the Creator, to the archetypes, the ancestors, your family members, your friends, your community, online, anything in this world that has made you feel nice, that has made you feel loved. Give gratitude now so that we can amplify and magnify, bringing more to your world. Blow into the flower. And place it inside. And then we have some roses that have wilted and they were starting to fall apart. However, with the ending and the completion frequencies of the 9-9 portal, I felt like it was a good representative of things like that. When things start to wilt or go away, they're not the same as they once were. They're not as pretty. They're still valuable. They're still good. They still taught us. They still showed us who we are becoming in every moment. So even though it's not as pretty, it will come back to life. It will blossom again. And we can give gratitude for the life, for the respect and the kindness, for the joy, for the ups and the downs, for everything in our world that has brought us here and now. So blow in to create Anyi, the right relationship with the world, with the universe, with the spirits, with your heart and your soul. Okay, that one's got like a pretty dark purpley color to it. You love roses, and you haven't seen me in a long time. Hi, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. I have never done a live on TikTok before. I'm just doing a little 9-9 portal Despacho ceremony to create Anyi with the universe, which means right relationship, to balance. Because the universe provides to us every day in every way. And we're always asking for more, but we often forget to say thank you and give gratitude, which actually amplifies, because it's easy not to. It's easy to focus on the lack, and it's easy to get fearful and brought into all of that stuff that's like, ah! So this helps us to kind of find that peace of mind and to let go of those thoughts or those vibrations that just aren't serving at this time. So I've added a lot of things, and the playbacks will be out there for you to watch again. And at any time, at any point, people can add their intentions into it. You can make one at home if you feel guided to as well. So I'm going to pack it up now because it's pretty full. And then I will be tasked with the journey of bringing it somewhere to place into either the water or to bury or to burn it for the transmutation of it. And that's why we use all biodegradable things so that we're not harming the earth. And again, the playback will show you all the things that I put in there and why. And I have shared, and I will share again, like the little guides that tell you what means, so that you'll know, like, oh, this, cracker is the sustenance of the earth, or the flower is a bop-a-da-boop-a-da-beep. Whatever you want to do. There's a big shell in the center of there that's representing the womb of the divine feminine that I got at the beach the other day. It's kind of what inspired me to do this, because I haven't done it in a while. I just found big scissors. Yeah! And then I have my sinew, which is all natural stuff, and it's sticky, so it'll help me to bind this up or to tie it up. I also have some of this here too, so I think this goes good with the colors and everything that's in there. And again, if you wanted to do it yourself and just do the biodegradable things and not really know the meanings of them, you can make them meanings yourself as well. You don't have to do exactly what anybody else does. So I don't know why this is being so weird with the thing, but the way I kind of hard for me to shift this one anymore, but yeah, I will tilt you a little bit. Hopefully it will work. Okay, so we're gonna take the corner, and this is a 9-folded thing. So in order to get that, we just did like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and had 9 squares. The centers where I put the womb or the shell. We blew all of our intentions and all of our prayers in there together. If there's any final things that you would like to add, you can now, and just like beam it in with your hands. Any gratitude or anything you're ready to release, anything you're hoping to manifest, anything that feels appropriate for you in this energy. I know it's been heightened. There's a lot of light coming in, which illuminates the dark, and it makes us see things that aren't always easy to see, or to recognize things about ourselves and others that we don't necessarily want to know. Forgot the alcohol, so we're going to add a little bit of that. It's like giving a shot to the Great Spirit, to the Creator, to the ancestors. They do like alcohol, and if you're doing a fire, it helps with the burning of the fire, but I'm going to be doing this one into the water. I'm going to give gratitude and thanks to the Great Spirit. I can already feel it in my stomach without even tasting it. That's enough to make me loopy. It wasn't even full. This any alcohol you can add, and you don't have to add it. It's just a thing. Some of us do, some of us don't. I also have Florida water. Sometimes I add that. I have some right here. Whew, it made me even more hot. Hot, burn. So the Florida water. There we go. That's this is from Peru. This is like a cologne, but it's also very high vibrational. You can use it to cleanse your house. I put it in spray bottles to spray my stuff and myself because it cleanses them, like with alcohol and also energetically. Same as the Palo Santo. It's like it's not just one thing, it's all things. So I'm going to do a little bit more Palo Santo here. I've got my twin flame candle, which is just rose and lavender, that helps us to release any anxiety, stress, or blocks that we have towards receiving love, and the rose engulfs us in that love so that we become magnetic to it. And I just want to add a little bit more of my Blue Moon rose water that I created at the directions of Spirit during that full blue moon we had. And today is the last day for the sale on Etsy, where you can find both of these things. I think these are like, I can't remember what they were. The little ones are like $8.98 on sale. Okay, and we're cleansing, we're clearing, we're clearing, we're healing, we're aligning, we're releasing, we're allowing, we are good in the hood. And so then I'm going to take this, and this, and this, and I have a pretty thick piece of paper. So again, fire is the fastest way to do the transmutation. Like, you would put this into a fire, like a sacred fire. You don't want, like, you'd want to make it with intention, create sacred space, and then burn it. And sometimes not all of it burns, like the shell won't burn. So, some of the prayers may not be ready fully, but when you put it into the water, it has a steady flow into your life. And everything is covered, and everything will be manifested because of the way that it is connected into the water. So I've actually become more drawn to doing it in the water recently, but for many reasons. Because of the dolphin synchronicity, because of Mama Kocha energies, because of Yamea energies, tons of moon goddess synchronicity, and the moon and the tides are connected. So yeah, like, I just do what I'm guided to do. But for the longest time, I always did it in the fire because I'm like, well, that's the fastest. But we learn over time that fast isn't always the best. Fast comes and goes quick. And if we want things that are long-lasting and, don't come in and out of our lives, like, think of the Knight of Wands. He's the fire sign. If you want someone that's going to stick around, you would want the water sign, the one that's going to sweep you off your feet, bring you joy, and, Casanova type of energy. So, thinking of that when you work with things, even if you just take a sacred bath, in that intention, in that vibration, playing music, and I have these big ones too. Like I'm going to add these to the bath when I take a bath or spray them on myself. But you can do this at home with anything. You could just get rose petals, essential oils, crystals. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Every time I take a shower or a bath, I do salt because it cleanses and heals us. So there's that. So I have it all. Oh, wait, I'm not. Oh, shit. I can't remember which way. I always do this. This way. Is it this way? Yes. All right. Technically, you're not supposed to flip it upside down, but I completely forgot. But it's packed up safe. Like, so now I'm going to keep it in this direction. I'm not going to, like keep throwing it around. But now that it's all tied up and everything, we keep it like this to keep the prayer safe, okay? And then this is the time, too, where you can add extra prayers on the outside of it. So, like, if someone comes and is like, oh, I forgot, you know, after we've already closed it up, we can add extra prayers at that time. I'm trying to think what I want to... I'll use a rose. So, this rose is like, when I pulled it off, it came, like, right off. So, I'm going to just, like, peel it apart here. And so, each one of these will be kind of like, oh, yeah, you can add your prayer, or your prayer, or your prayer, or your prayer. And so if you're like, oh, but I forgot to say this, that, and the other thing, there's plenty of room and there's plenty of time. Do not worry about it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do 7 of them right here on the front. And so these are going to help us. Actually, I'm going to do 9. We're going to do 9 for the 9-9 portal. So we're going to do 9 of them for the Despacho ceremony, for the 9-9 portal. So those are for the forgotten prayers. And again, maybe you don't even know what the forgotten prayer is, but you could intend to Great Spirit, Creator, right now. Anything that I forgot that you know is for my highest and best, please send it into the Quintus now, which Quintu is basically just, you know, the thing that we're blowing our prayer into. Traditionally, it's, cocoa leaves. But we can use whatever we like. Intention, creation. So I'm going to do this. This time I'm not going to flip it upside down because we've got it all secure now. And then, boopity boppity beep, beepity boppity boop, beepity beepity bop, beepity boopity beep, boop. There we go. Pretty, 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 please. And now, it's all good in the hood. We can take it to the place that we feel guided to. And you don't have to go there immediately. But they recommend to not hold on to it for too long. Like, a couple of days, you can have it around. But then you want to either burn it, bury it, or put it into the water. And I'm going to take it to the water. And then these are so pretty. I might actually add these to my bath with my rose water, because why not? They look nice and pretty, and they have all that energy. So because they were underneath that full blue moon too, and that the womb rite that I did. So there's a lot of good energies in these. Good energy. I'm gonna put it in the bathtub so I don't forget about it. There we go. And our despacho is completed. And thank you guys very much for being here with me for this ceremony. It is a very easy one to do for yourself at home at any time. It's a package. I love this. Will you release this one? Yes, I will. Randomly coming at me, the insects. Yes, they're there for messages. They're all messengers. So what do we have here? Again, guys, this is my first time doing a live on TikTok. I do plan on doing more, like live readings, tarot readings, more ceremonies, things like that. I have something to share with you guys very soon. I just had to get a dollar bill to do it, which is for manifesting money and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what this is for tonight, the 9-9 Despacho, to help us say goodbye to anything that's not serving us and to bring in all that we would like to bring in, have right relationship with the universe, our guides, our ancestors. And yeah, we did exactly an hour on that one, so I did good. And I am very grateful for all of you for supporting me and being here. And I will be back again soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. In Mune, namaste. I don't know how to end this one because I've never done it. But let's see. Okay.